Today, we're going to talk about one of the hottest debates in the Montreal Canadiens fan base. Who should fill the second line spots on the team? With a mix of new faces and returning stars, the competition is interesting. I'm not going to say fierce. It's more weird and uncertain than fierce. But an unlikely hero might emerge from the shadowy place that is beyond the borders of a 30-goal season.
What about that shadowy place?
That's beyond our borders. You must never go there, Simba.
Let's talk about it.
Your lives are so sad. I get a charity tax break just for hanging out with you.
As the Canadiens gear up for the season, the second line is shaping up to be a crucial part of their success. The second line is often where the team balances skill and depth, providing key contributions in both offensive and defensive situations. We're all aware the team is in a rebuild. That term has become such a part of the vernacular. When talking about the Montreal Canadiens, you'd think that a rebuild was happening since 2018, which some people say technically it has. So what are expectations for the second line and what I would say is the third year of the rebuild? Well, there are still going to be a lot of uncertainties, and with the addition of Patrik Laine, we're seeing some calculated risks being added to the equation. In addition to those risks and uncertainties, I think there are opportunities for individuals to step up or for individuals to prove themselves. So who are the candidates and what shows up on their resumes? First, let's look at the second line centers. We have Alex Newhook, Kirby Dach. Then we have Christian Dvorak, Jake Evans, Alex Barboulay, along with a number of prospects that I won't include here, although I could see some of these guys getting a shot once they've made a name for themselves.
Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
So of those individuals that I've mentioned, there are historically two categories of success here. Second line success would be Kirby Dach, Alex Newhook, Christian Dvorak. They've all achieved seasons or majority seasons where they've managed a point every 2 games. They are all three very comparable in terms of success, with Dvorak being the most tenured of the three, but in my opinion demonstrating a less valuable upside over that time than the other two, while Dach and Newhook can still be considered as developing their game. To me, the spot is for Dach and Newhook to rotate until chemistry really starts to materialize on the line. This spot is becoming more and more of an area where Montreal either needs to take some chances at acquiring a significant upgrade or someone needs to break out and become the obvious choice for the second line center. My hope is that Kirby Dach, when healthy, will finally rise to his full potential. So for this exercise, let's pencil in Kirby Dach for a second line center, keeping in mind that Alex the Newhook is ready and capable for the job. Next up is the easiest of the 3 roles, right wing. With this individual averaging very near a point per game, it's a no-brainer. He could even rotate to the first line if Suzuki, Caulfield, and Slav are in some kind of a funk. Patrik Laine will no doubt be on the second line. I think he starts there. Let's hope that he stays healthy and achieves at least a middle performance for himself. As long as he does that, he'll be on the second line for the foreseeable future. I'd be shocked if he didn't immediately add something to the group, but there's always a chance that he doesn't latch and maybe they demote him, which would be awful. I can't see it happening. No one even comes close in terms of point production. Of course, it's not all about point production, and he has been criticized about his lazy defensive play in the past, but I think we owe him the benefit of the doubt here, and let's see how he does on the second line. Now, of those who remain, a lot of the top forwards are currently slotted in the right wing position, but could easily be moved to the left wing. We need to determine who will take over in that role, and I'm just going to say it. Honestly, I think we give Anderson the opportunity initially. Martin St. Louis has said over and over again that if someone believes in themselves, he will not give up on them. And I don't think that Anderson has given up on himself, although he's become very discouraged. But if Anderson does not produce and does what he did last season, which is remove all production from any line he touches, I think Roy deserves the opportunity and MSL will be happy to give it to him. I could see the second line being a rotating role. I could see a lot of the guys getting a shot at that role. I could see Armia jumping in there. I could see Gallagher jumping in there. Maybe even Pizzetta. I have a soft spot for Armia because He was a hero there for a while last season. He came back from that stint and he just blew everybody's expectations away. So when we're looking at surface level stuff, black and white, when we're looking at production and taking some considerations into mind, I think we'll be seeing something like this. I know what you're saying. I know that you're not loving it. You're not loving Anderson on this line. But if I could sell you on this, putting Anderson's production aside, does anything look imbalanced here to you? These are some big boys, 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". Are any of them known for their speed? Josh Anderson is known to actually be a speedy guy, while Laine and Doc are not known to be particularly fast. And actually the opposite is true for Laine. He's been accused of being quite slow. Anderson's ability to break in, the size of the line, and Doc's skills, I could see this line being Anderson driving the play, entering the zone, setting it up, moving the puck to Doc to finish or dish to Laine to exploit that insane, what is it, like 18% shot percentage? And actually thinking about it further to that, Anderson's best year, 2018 to 2019, he was lined up with Nick Foligno and Boone Jenner. Both are slower skaters, right? His best year with the Habs, he was often paired with Suzuki and Drouin, who are both not particularly known for their speed either. There's something to this. There's something to this. Martin St. Louis, if you're watching, and obviously you're watching, you're one of the 15 to 20 people who watch my videos, right? Give Anderson a shot. I want to know what you guys think. What do you think? What would you do if you were Martin St. Louis? Who would you pair in the second line? Does Newhook deserve a chance at the second line center before Doc? Do you think we break up the center pieces? Do you think we put Newhook on the wing with Doc and Laine? Do you give Joshua Wawa a chance at the wing? Let me know what you think in the comments. I really want to hear from you. I sincerely think that this isn't going to be a one and done decision. We're going to see a lot of changes. There's going to be a lot of discomfort, maybe. We could even see, like I said, that first line broken up. And I don't think anyone is forgetting that we have some really interesting and promising young prospects that have shown they are ready for the show. I think that Owen Beck could surprise us. Obviously, our blue line prospects are very, very exciting, and Demidov is at least a year away. But getting back to my point, anything can happen, but I would really like to see Josh Anderson given an opportunity to prove himself, to bounce back. If he hasn't given up on himself, I don't think that we should either. Thanks for watching, Whiskey Fiends. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. Subscribe to stay updated on videos I'm putting out. I really, truly appreciate your support. And as always, I'll see you down below in the comments.